Do you realize I could have been the one to change your life? What a nice tune. Anyway, guys, I am here. I just wanted to do a quick live stream. You guys know where to find me. Twitter.com, Calillo Nuclear, Twitch.com, Nuclear Calillo, Instagram.com/Nuclear Calillo. And then if you're here, you already know, subscribe, like the video, comment below for anything you want me to talk about. So I just wanted to, since I'm about to hit 500, someone said I'm one away. Is that you, Dr. W? I am one away from hitting 500 subs on YouTube. So I didn't know that till you told me. So thank you. I need to check that. But yeah, guys, I just want to do a quick appreciation show. Um, kind of to celebrate that, I got to 500 subscribers. Apparently I know what I'm talking about. Apparently you guys like it, and that's good, and I'm gonna keep doing this as long as you guys keep supporting me. And yeah, so we got Baron in the chat. What's up, Baron? Let's see. All right, Baron, how do I'm gonna make you a moderator since you're about you're always in my thing, in my live stream, so I'm gonna make you a moderator. Just 1 second here. My channel. Okay, live. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, Baron. All right, Baron, you're officially a moderator on the Nuke Cast or whatever you call this little show. All right, guys. Well, we have Joshua Ham. What's up, Josh? Nice beard, by the way. I don't think I'll ever be able to grow a beard like that, but nice beard. Hello, Josh. CD Burr, my friend, you got it. Yes, I do. You got it. You can monetize. Wait, did I get it? Did I get 500 subs? Let me see. Oh, look at that. I just hit 500 subs. Well, congratulations. I guess I didn't have this staged just in case. Just, this was just here on my desk beforehand. So, mm. So Cabernet Sauvignon. Very good. I was going to make myself a nice drink, but instead I'll, just have some leftover wine from the other day. When I eat red meat, I like to have one. I like to have wine. So yeah, I just want to say overall, thanks guys for supporting the channel. Realize that I've been in learning about red pill, and I was in the old manosphere for about 10 years, and I still didn't think I was qualified to talk to other guys about this stuff. I had been dating, learning about women, trying to get through my military career unscathed, and still, learning, reading the books, watching the videos, applying it in my own life. And even then, I still didn't think I was qualified to talk about this stuff, right? I felt like, hey, I'm just another regular guy trying to make it through life, trying to get, trying to enjoy the opposite gender for what they are, trying not to get destroyed. And yet, I just wrote a thread one day, and apparently, it caught the eye of some people. And yeah, apparently I know what I'm talking about. So I appreciate you guys, and guys, don't not be afraid to criticize me, to tell me how I can be better, to kind of like lead me in the right path, because I'm a humble person. Obviously humble people don't say that they're humble, but I always enjoy feedback, and I always have, because that's the only way. If you're improving, it's from honest, good people. So yeah. Um, so yeah, attaboy. Yeah, thanks, man. It's all you guys. I just talk about my experiences. Honestly, I had a blast dating. It sucked sometimes, but man, do I have some stories. If you guys have questions, personal questions, anything, as long as it doesn't violate my privacy and the privacy of my loved ones, I'm willing to ask. I'm willing to answer. So you let me know. And I am kind of tipsy. I just made myself a huge churrasco, as you guys saw on Twitter, and I've been drinking wine. And I said, well, I don't really work tomorrow till late, so why not indulge a little bit, right? So Kate Ann says, "Congrats, Nuke. Your fans love you." Thank you, Kate. We love you too. Joshua Ham, does he have to have hours watched also? Yeah, I guess I do too. Like, guys, this isn't a like I guess I got monetized celebration. It's just I got 500. I'm still working on putting out content and all that stuff. But yeah, I'll look into that and where I'm at. Maybe I could look into it now. Um, but let's see. YouTube Studio. Just checking it now. All right. Analytics. So apparently I just got 10,000 views on my channel also. I don't know if that means anything. So watch time. I think you need 4,000 hours. 4,000 hours for watch time if I'm not to get monetized, right? But I'm not sure about super chats yet. I think I have to put in like I have to what do you call it? Um so I'm looking it up right now. Um I have to put in like an application to YouTube or request it or something, you know? Uh can you tell us what your day job is? I'm curious if it's too personal. I get it. I work in law. Um yeah, I am a field service engineer. So after being a nuke, I wanted a job that gave me lots of free time and kind of more freedom. So I work out of my house, but my headquarters is another state. I go to sites and ensure that like server rooms and hospitals and anywhere where they can't lose power even for a second, and I ensure that they have power all the time, via an uninterruptible power supply. I know it sounds boring, it's not fun, but it's really easy, it's fun. I only have a couple coworkers and I work out of my house, so I don't have to go to an office. So it's basically it's Aaron Clary's dream. If I told Aaron Clary my job, he would clap for me. But I had to work really hard to get to this point in my life. And yeah, that's what I do. I'm in the IT electrical industry, but I'm not in IT, if that makes sense, Kate. Um, and if you're in law, I can see it. I can see it. Your vibe. Yeah, I don't know if you're a lawyer, paralegal, whatever you do, but I can see that it makes sense. So yeah, thanks for the question, Kate. Don't forget us plebs at 50,000 subs. I mean, I'm never gonna get to 50,000. You crazy? You know what you have to do to be to 50,000? You have to sell your soul. You really have to like sell your like. I come from very humble beginnings. At 50,000 subs, well, who would I become? You know, who would I be? I'd probably convert to. You have to convert to Islam, right? As a YouTuber at 50,000 subs, that's the rule, right? Can someone corroborate that? Once you get blow up as an influencer in the red pill space, you have to convert to Islam, or you have to attack Islam, like one or the other. You have to have something to do with Islam. Kate says, "Senior paralegal, highest level. I make the big bucks without lawyer hours." There you go, Kate. You did it right. I'm proud of you. Um, yeah. So yeah, thanks guys for one thing I do appreciate is like I have a lot of smart people in my chats. Um, and they really like challenge me and they really say some really intelligent things, or they just say what I'm trying to say but in a more concise, better way, guys. And I am trying to read, and I got Mish trying to teach me how to speak publicly. I got a family member that watches me that is trying to kind of audits me and be like, hey, you're saying this, you're pausing too much this. So it's an ongoing process. You learn, you live and you learn, and I'm getting better as time goes on. In the military, when I spoke to people like training or in public, it was very robotic and very and when you're speaking to people publicly in a public forum like YouTube, something like very casual, it's hard for me to speak in a casual way because I've always been very technical in my in my presentations, military. I literally had to brief high-ranking officers on how I was going to start up a nuclear plant, right? And to go from that to talking to you guys about how to get laid and all this stuff and red pill stuff it's a big jump for me. So guys, please be patient. I'm working on it, but eventually I will be able to talk to you guys the correct way. So we got Joshua. I've been studying RP stuff on hard mode for almost 5 years, about 15 years married with 4 kids. I'm no guru, just a regular guy with some unique experiences. I'm going to tell you this, Joshua. You are more qualified to talk about this stuff than like 99% of people in the space. And it's because you're the man in the arena, right? And I've touched on the man in the arena a little bit. Man in the arena basically is the guy that's out there doing it. There's the guys that are like, marriage bad, but you're out there applying the red pill concepts and you're making your marriage work. You got 4 kids, you're doing it. You are more qualified to talk about this stuff than 99% of the people in the space. I guarantee you. Just like, I may not have kids, but I went out there and dated and took my lumps and learned about women. I am more qualified. I thought so. I didn't think so till the other day, but I am more qualified to talk about this stuff more than like the most highest paid researcher on dating and psychology, simply because I sat down in front of a living human person many, many times, like 100 times, and I gathered data in my brain and I simply wrote it down and like, this is what I noticed. Right. So don't be so hard on yourself, man. You're doing great. And honestly, that's one of the points of my thread. Like, guys that are patriarchs, guys that are like actually, you know, having families and making it work and aren't just shoving it in everyone's face. Like, if you don't, if you're not a dad, you're a loser. Those guys, those you guys get my respect. Because being a dad ain't easy, but it's fun. It looks fun. Imagine like 4 mini me's of like little small versions of me bothering me, pooping all over themselves. Must be fun. Jorge S says, I'm just less dumb than the average person and made more mistakes than people care to do. Yeah, same thing with me. I faked it till I made it. Somehow the Navy thought I was smart enough to operate reactors, and somehow you guys thought that I'm good enough to, to talk about this stuff. So, yeah, sometimes you just have to fake it till you make it, man. No link, no super chats yet. Not yet. I think I have to put in a requirement. Let's see. I'm looking at the requirements now. I just know that 500. They lowered it to 500. And I think watch hours. I don't know the watch hours. If it's 4,000, I'm halfway. I just hit 2,000 watch hours. So all I got to do is ramp up the content, and and for me, it's not so much that it's just finding things to talk about that are relevant that will interest you guys, right? Because I just want to stay relevant to what people are like thinking and talking about, right? But that, topic for another day. Spencer says, there's a big discrepancy between my dating apps. Hinge pulls in 90% of my dates. Bumble and Tinder lacking severely. All have similar photos and prompts. What gives? Algorithm? Yes. The Hinge algorithm and the Tinder Bumble algorithms are different, right? And there's several YouTube videos and articles that talk about this, and some of them are contradictory, right? So, for example, contradiction is if you swipe too little, then the apps will not push you up on, in front of more women, right? If you swipe too much, it will not push you up with to more women, right? So there's like, which one is it, right? So the thing with Hinge's algorithm apparently it won an award or something. It's more designed. It's like what's the name of it? I forgot, guys. Sorry, I'm a little tipsy, but Hinge's algorithm is more like, I'd say it's not like a tier system where if you get more likes and more attention from women, it boosts you up. Hinge, in a way, what it does is, if you guys haven't noticed, it'll show you a bunch of bummy, chubby girls for like an afternoon or a day. And then the next day, it'll show you some hot, super hot, thin, beautiful girls for a couple days or a day, right? And it bounces back between both, right? So the way you swipe and your behavior online is going to really affect Tinder and Bumble more, but Hinge, their algorithm is different. I'll probably do a show on how these work, and also, um, if you want to swipe on Tinder and Bumble during peak hours, which is 7 to 10, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, right? Those are the peak hours for those apps. You don't want to swipe on Monday, Tuesday. I mean, you can, obviously, you can, right? But if you're busy, you got things to do, try to save your swiping for the weekend and your super likes for the weekend, right? Hinge, it's more like Hinge just seems to be more like people that are more relationship, more long term oriented, right? And people that are less crazy, like a lot of the things on, like a lot of the women I see on Hinge. That's not to say they aren't crazy at all, but like there seems to be more normal, run of the mill women that you seem to like feel like they're normal people, right? But yeah, I can do a whole show on that later. So thanks for the suggestion. And whatever works works. If I've never pulled a girl off a Bumble, I almost did, but Bumble does not work for me. Tinder works for me here and there, and then Hinge is where I get like the most solid leads, right? So we're kind of in similar boats. Kate says, I've been in the RP since 2015. It really needs more younger men who have female audience. In my opinion, there is way too much fresh and fit and whatever garbage you are needed. Yeah, but fresh and fit I know you guys, a lot of you guys may not like them or because whatever, but I have to give it to fresh and fit that they stick to none of what they say is wrong. And that's all, like, you guys got to understand that these big podcasts become so big that people think that you apply like, oh, then they have to be the ones that put the right message for the red pill. No, obviously they make messes and they bring them to our doorstep, and we have to like clean up the mess. Like there's Destiny, Sneeko, guys like that. Like I'm sure they're good people, but like they're leading men down the wrong way. But for the most part, these podcasts, maybe it's because I'm older and I'm smarter and I can see it for what they are. But if you're a younger guy looking for answers, those aren't the podcasts to really go to. You want the boring stuff, right? The ones that tell you how to live life the right way so you don't get destroyed, right? Not the ones that yell at women. But hey, they've entertained me for plenty of hours, so I'm not even gonna hate. My friend Dark Knight Dev, what's up, man? When are you gonna be real, man? Dye your hair blue and share your wife. There's a bunch of Twitch streamers getting 50 million a year, but you need to be autistic. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I did dye my hair blonde in college for spring break. That was fun. But blue, I don't think blue would match well with my hair. You probably understand that we probably have the same type of hair, so you our hair probably don't jive. But yeah, I only got 15 subscribers on Twitch, guys. If you give me to 50 there too, that'd be nice. I do play video games here and there, and all my stuff streams there. But yeah, I don't know how he got into this space. Like, I just don't get it. Like a guy that's probably never read one single article of the red pill is now arguing with the Godfather of the red pill. I don't like. It's like dystopian. Anyways, let me not mention that because then I'll get mad. Alpha Sloth, what's up, Alpha? I think I made you moderator. Let me check on YouTube. Make sure. I'm pretty sure I made you moderator. Oh crap! I messed it up. Hold on. What did I do? Uh-oh, I messed up. Crap. Hold on 1 second. I don't have my YouTube live up right now. All right. Okay. Here we go. Sorry for the delay, guys. Yes, Alpha, you are moderator. All right. So yeah, Joshua Ham says fatherhood is difficult as is marriage, but the best things in life take effort and sacrifice. Got to balance the necessity of frame with responsibility to your people. Yeah, you have to. It's what people don't like about the red pill space is that it takes calibration. There's no one or a zero usually with most things, right? People don't want to do the work of actually figuring out what's best for them. You know, they want an easy, concise answer. They don't want to do the work of figuring out what's best for them in their life and what works for them, right? They want a collective. They want someone to make decisions for them, and that's not red pill. You know. Spencer says, "Damn, bro, I think Hinge works for us because we're both light skinned." Haha. Yeah, probably. You guys want to know what kind of girls? Guys, you guys can ask me personal questions, right? Like, I'm an open book. As long as it doesn't invade my privacy and the privacy of people around me, then I'm an open book. Or some really disrespectful, egregious stuff. Let's see. I felt Bumble was counterintuitive because girls are used to being approached, not the initiator. Yeah, but some guys clean up on Bumble too. Like I never, yeah, almost did, almost close, but like for the most part, Bumble doesn't really work for me. But if it does work for you, man, hey, I'm not gonna say not to use it. So Alpha says, "Thank you, sir. You did it." Yep, guys, respect Alpha Sloth. He is the moderator. He will kick you off if you hurt my feelings. So make sure that you respect his authority. Dark Knight Dev says, "What's the best way to meet girls who don't drink when you consider that women are the true alcoholics of our time?" Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say that you don't drink yourself for maybe religious reasons or personal life choices, or you're just not in a point in your life where you just want to, maybe you had bad past with alcohol or family issues with alcohol, whatever, right? I'm gonna assume that you don't have to tell me. I would say coffee shops in the morning and in the afternoon. Coffee shops really is the place where women are the best behaved. Women that go to coffee shops to work and do stuff, those are the best behaved women I've ever seen, like in my, and they will have a conversation with you, right? They're very polite, and you can have a quick conversation, grab an Instagram and all that stuff, right? Obviously you have to learn game and all that stuff, but like I would say coffee shops is a good place. Trails, like public trails, and like parks and stuff like that. If you have a dog, that helps tremendously. Yeah, places like that, yeah, and I obviously stay away from bars and stuff like that because women love to drink there. But and if you do decide to talk to women that like to drink, just monitor her drinking on the day because women tend to get carried away, and when women is drunk, good luck, man. It sucks. Um, I used Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge when single, and Bumble was by far my favorite. Yeah, I could see you, Kate, enjoying Bumble more because I guess you take the first step and you feel more in control. So yeah. Alpha says FNF meanwhile, but there's no quick money in this space outside of the RP rage bait. Yeah, it took me forever to get to 500. Like what, 4 months, 5 months? 4 months because I started in February, March, April, May, June. Yeah, 4 months, 4.5 months, maybe. No, yeah, 4 months. So yeah, there's not really. It doesn't go that far to actually talk about the fundamentals, But um, yeah, they're just businessmen. They're just trying to make money. You just gotta let them do the thing, right? Spencer says, "Okay, person question. What is your first date to lay percentage? As in, what percentage of first dates are you closing on? 80%, about 80%. The average guy the average percentage for women. Okay, so there was a picture or a chart where a girl was like posted her like Tinder data where it showed how many dates really ended up in sex, and for her it was 60%, right? So I looked at my stuff and looked at my amount of girls that I went on a date with, and it was about 80% first date lay. I know that's really good, right? But understand, I had a 17th floor apartment here in Uptown Dallas, right? I have been talking and dealing with women for a long time before that. I had a little bit of charisma and social charm. I got to Dallas when I was 31, right? So I was, not a young guy. I knew my way around a conversation, right? I had uh, I had listened, I had read the red pill, I understood the red pill completely. Also, I followed game advice. I didn't make up little theories in my head about like how I should talk to women. I just literally follow like people like Forward Playboy, Hector Beeman on Twitter, Chateau Artiste, whatever, Patrice O'Neill, whatever. And then I just got my balls and grabbed them and said, I'm gonna take this girl out and I'm gonna ask her in my apartment. Right. And then I did. Simple as that. And I got 80%. 80% first date. So 8 out of 10 girls would come home with me the first night. So there you go, Spencer. Thanks for the question. Not a fan of FNF myself, but I get it. I watch clips of my weaker moments, but that's it. Hey man, I don't mind seeing a girl get kicked off because she's a turbo slut. I mean, who cares? Like, she'll be fine, guys. Like, you don't have to feel sorry for women anymore in America. They're all killing it right now. They're gonna be fine. So you don't have to feel bad. K-Wiz, Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. Yeah. 80%? Bro, I'm half that. What the fuck? Maybe 40, 50. Yeah, well, I mean, for me, it has gone down a little because I just am busy and I'm not just like, my head's not in it anymore. I usually focus on me, my friends, family, my channel, work. I have a puppy now, so I have other things to worry about. But yeah, 2021, it was about 80% first date. So yeah, I'm not trying to brag. You asked me, so I'm telling you. Jorge says, was there a moment in your life that RP'd you or a series of events that RP'd you? Yeah, a series of events. Let me take these off. Okay. So, I got played by a girl in college. I was already really bad with women in college. I joined the military, and then I saw like the preferential treatment of women and how they got away with so much stuff. So I was like, okay. And then, it was mostly, and then seeing my friends' divorces and my coworkers' divorces in the military, I was like, okay. And then, kind of seeing how flaky women were during, when I was trying to date them when I was in my mid 20s. And then all the while I was reading, like I read The Rational Male in 2013, I believe, 2014 or 2014. I read The Rational Male. And then before that, I was posting on Rouge V Forum, Return of Kings. I wasn't on So Suave. I had read 48 Laws of Power. I read The Game by Neil Strauss. And then what other books did I read? I read Mastery. I read Art of Seduction. And then I read Rational Male. And then I read The Manipulated Man. That book, if you're still plugged in and you're in your rage phase, that book will kill whatever is left of the beta inside of you. So yeah. And then I read Ryan's books and the rest of Rollo's books. Then I read, what else did I read? And then as of late, I read A Manipulated Man. I'm reading The Menu. I read a couple Aaron Clare's books a couple years ago. Bachelor Pad Economics. Book of Numbers last year. I think I read it. Last year or the year before, I read Book of Numbers, whenever it came out. So yeah, I read like 3 of Claire's books, 2 of Ryan's, all of Rollo's. Yeah. So, I read a lot of the source material, a lot of the forums, so yeah, I've been in this space for a long time. I just decided now to speak up. So, but I think, yeah, it was just that. Those are the moments. Alpha says, a buddy from years back came by and we went to a local bar and realized I'm much better at day game than in a loud bar. I swear I read it to my 20s when crowded in a small and obnoxious place. Guys, yeah, you'll be surprised at when you go to a place that is in your favor, that it's quiet, there's how many things need to be in place for you to feel comfortable, and once you get to that comfort, how like confident you'll feel, right? That's why I say like, and and during 2020 and 2021, Twitter really like harped on this, is like finding a bar that you can lock down, right? So go to a bar that you like personally, like find a bar near your place, near where you live, and that you like. You like the ambiance, you like the bartenders, whatever you like about it, and go a lot. You know, it's not gonna kill you to go to a bar once a week. Tip really well, you know? Like maybe one day, like here's what I did in 2021 when I first hit the scene in Dallas. There was a bar down the street. I would go. There was a cute half black, half Mexican girl. I did not hit on her. I simply every time I went, I'd go alone or with friends. I would tip. You know, if I bought one beer that was $5, I'd tip $5. If I had a tab of $50, then I'd tip 20. You know, $20 ain't gonna kill you. $20 extra is not gonna kill you, right? So it's like, why wouldn't I do that? And I got my ROI was that anytime I brought a girl to this bar, I never had to wait. You know, she was very flirty with me, so I had that pre-selection, you know, that comfort. Whenever I invited my friends, all the bartenders knew, the bouncer just let me right in through, and you know, I was treated really well. I'm not like royalty, but much better than the average person, right? So I had s- all these things going for me. I brought a girl up there, and guess what? You know, that helps, right? It's a good strategy. So yeah, you know, that 80% isn't because for reasons. You know, it's because I put in a lot of front work to get to that point where, you know, I had 3 or 4 bars where I knew the people. You know, I tipped well. I was very respectful. I talked to the bartenders, you know, and I was, you know, charismatic and all that stuff. And now we're to the point where, like, you know, you take a girl there, and there are times, and you know, the female bartenders, like, you may think, oh, like this guy's a player, but if she sees what I've seen is that if she sees you like being a gentleman to this girl, opening doors for her and listening to her and have a good time. There's this bar down the street, right, that I go to. Not I don't really date that much anymore, but like they when I order something, they know I tip well too, and I'm very nice and polite. When I tip something, or sorry, when I buy something, I buy a drink. They bring it in a little like box, little treasure chest, sometimes with candles, and they bring it, and you know, me and her are sitting at the bar or sitting on the side table, and you know, what does that tell the girl? You know, it's like almost very romantic for her first date, very romantic, right? So guys, don't underestimate the power of going out there, being social, tipping well, and having that positive energy around you. So when you take a girl into your world, which is your favorite bar, restaurant, whatever, she feels like, holy crap, this guy is like something else. He's not a basement dwelling guy that, you know, he is a very social, well connected guy, right? And that's really gonna work in your favor. Uh Edge Barb says 500 subs. Thanks. I don't know who the 500th was. 500th was, but I appreciate it. So yeah, um, we hit 500 subs, guys. I am at 500. Um, Spencer says, "Yep, I live 10 minutes outside of a major city, but even though I'm right outside the city, we have our own. Oh yeah, downtown area, prime date spot, and 2 minutes from my house. I take them all to the same spots. There you go, bro. You have it figured out. See, you don't need to live like in downtown like I do. You can live in any of the neighboring suburbs, towns, whatever. Most cities have other city centers and nice little strips where it's even quieter than the main city, right? And you can take women there and have a good time. And not only women, you could take your family when they visit. You could take your friends. You know, like there's no reason not to have one place that you like. Like don't bar hop all over the city for months. Find a place that you like that serves food or drinks that you like, that has a vibe, that plays the music you like, that's quiet, that's chill, and go there a lot and build connections with people. They like to see you over and over again. You know, support them. If there's a food truck, also support them too. You know, be well. That's how you build connections, and eventually, you know, you'll have a social life, and you'll have people that like are happy to see you. You know, and you won't have to be like on Twitter mad and angry. You can actually have a life outside of this stuff. You know, it's a great start. Oh, what's up, Chad? Chad Elkins, CPA in the chat. Nuke knows his stuff. I try. You know, I speak from experience. But thanks for stopping by, Chad. Chad is one of the boys, guys. Go ahead and I think you have a Twitter account. I don't see you post a lot, but like I think he's on Twitter. Kate Nuke, take a girl on a date to the Dallas Botanical Garden. Shit crack. Ha ha ha. I love it. Not in this heat. It's like 104 right now, or was earlier today. Maybe in autumn. And I don't really take girls on those kind of dates unless it's like she's really into me, you know. But Yeah, Botanical Garden is beautiful, especially in the autumn. They have that like so during the winter, I don't know if they still do it. They have all the like the the 12 days of Christmas. They turn all the gazebos into one of the 12 days of Christmas. Very beautiful, one of the most beautiful things. And then autumn, they have like a pumpkin patch and all that stuff. It's very beautiful, guys. If you're in DFW, the Botanical Gardens is a really good place to go. You know, CJ says, thanks for your time again. Congrats on 500. Any tips on making friends as you enter your mid 30s? I want to find my own crew. Yeah, like I was saying, find a bar that you like. You know, I don't know if you drink or not, but like find a bar that you like. Go repeatedly. Sit down at the bar. Go repeatedly, again and again. Go on a Tuesday. Go on a Thursday. Have a drink. It doesn't have to be more than one drink. Just have a drink, and eventually, get out there, talk to people, reach out. Also, mid 30s. Let me see what else. It's tough. There's online. I met a good friend of mine, or not, sorry, a Twitter mutual of mine here in Dallas as well. Great guy. One of the chillest people I ever met. You know, um, let me see what else. Dating girls will also bring you good friends. Girls have a lot of girls have nice social lives, so you get sucked into their social life, so you meet people that way too. Um, and then like if common hobbies that like for example, going to the park, maybe you walk your dog, and they have a dog too, and then you make friends. Just basically have an open mind and open heart and talk to everyone. You know, basically it. K Wiz says, absolutely true about being a regular at a place. My best friend's dad owns a bar and grill, so I get great treatment. Introducing them to the owners makes you appear well connected. Yeah, it's a display of higher value, right? You don't have to be a super alpha G. You have to be a contextual alpha, right? I have a place here in Dallas that I go on Wednesdays for salsa, and I know everyone. That's important. And guess what? Every person that sees me, sees me as some kind of, well connected guy. So, the girls that pop in that I barely know are like, holy crap, this guy's like, who is this guy? So basically, it's that simple. You have to basically go out there and socialize and, whatever you like to do it. Right. And maybe you don't like salsa night. Maybe you don't like drinking. Well, there's anime. If maybe you're a nerd, there's anime conventions. There's gun conventions. There's tattoo conventions. There's concerts. There's so many social events where people are who like the same things are shoved together, and you can just talk to someone. There's gyms. I go to the gym with certain anime shirts, and I get approached all the time by people like, "Hey, I love that anime too. Let's whatever, blah blah." So, and I'm an introvert, guys, and I'm an introvert, not super introvert, but like I don't really put that much energy into my social life. So. Not gonna lie, I got a membership to the Met Museum for $100 and got limited tickets with discounts on drinks at the rooftop bar. Perfect dating system. Damn, dude. You guys see this stuff? This is what the red pill is about, guys. Trading notes. This guy's just literally giving you free game, Jorge. Thank you. This guy basically has a two-tier datings. Like, hey, let's go to the museum. Go to the museum. You probably know a lot about history and all the stuff in there because you've been there so many times. Or maybe you do research and then you're teaching her, and then you say, hey, you want to grab a drink at the rooftop bar? I got discounts. I know the owner, or I know the person, or I know this. You can even make that up. You can lie. Oh my God. Look at this stuff. I love this stuff. Yeah, no link. Yeah, yeah, he is. See, this is what the red pill is about, guys. Guys trading notes, figuring out how the hell we're gonna get laid, get married, be happy, not get destroyed, and make our women happy too. It's really that simple. So, yes. Let's see. I'm looking. I gotta look up the super chat requirements. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. So, yeah, guys. I really appreciate being able to have the privilege to talk to people and talk about this stuff and my experiences and stuff. Like, if I really got deep into my stories, you guys realize that, like, first off, why didn't you quit? That I like a lot of people would be like, hey, why didn't you quit? You've been through some crazy things with women, but also at the same time, a lot of people would be like, man, you didn't find a good girl with all that. Like, I have, there's a woman in my DMs asking me about my thread, and it's just like, how come you didn't find a woman? You dated so many women, right? And I would say about 1 in 20 women is about worth dating seriously, right? That's my number. It's not a hard number, but it's my number. Around 1 in 20 women, right? So if you date 20 women in 1 year, one of them will be wife material. That's what I'm going with, right? If you date 40 women in 2 years, two of them will be marriage material. And if you date 100 women, five of them will be marriage material, right? You may find a girl on the seventh date. You may find the girl, but overall, 1 in 20 is my estimate. Kaywa says, big agree on the two-tier stuff. I worked at a recording studio next door to that bar and grill. Into one of the rooms, play music, instant privacy. Oh my god. You see it? If you guys want it, it's there. You just have to freaking put your head to it, I you my system was pretty easy because I didn't have to have, like, I didn't really incorporate my hobbies. But part of my system was, hey, I play piano, and I'm pretty decent, so I'm able to, kind of incorporate that into my plausible deniability, and all that stuff. But yeah, this is what's so 20 and 200. Yes, that make no wait. 1 in 20. I think that makes sense. Public math. I think it's more like 1 in 100. Sorry, 1 in 1,000. Okay, so good. What is a good woman to you guys? Like, be careful here. Is it the trad fantasy? Is it, let's say, and here's a problem in the red pill space where no one can agree on what a good woman is, right? Um, what is a good woman? A lot of people say, well, very low body count, like 10 or whatever, some random number, or no tattoos, or in shape and all that stuff. Okay, let me put it to you this way, guys. In terms of good women, think long term and think of the things that would cause, outside of, like, your personalities and all that stuff, that would cause a marriage or a long term relationship to fall apart, right? And I would say the number one thing, especially of a guy who works out, is a woman not giving shit about her physical appearance or, like, her weight, her health, and all that stuff, right? Because as a guy, you can be horny day one and you'll be like, yeah, and then day two, and then month four. But then, like, a year in, you're going to be at brunch with this chubby girl that doesn't care about her fitness with a bunch of beautiful women around you. And it's going to eat at you for the rest of your life. That, like, man, I'm working out so hard. I'm in the gym. And then my girl, can't even put down the frappuccinos at the unicorn frappuccinos at Starbucks, you know? So think about the things that you personally would bother you, you know, like, there was a body count thing, the tattoos thing. Like, obviously, there's some tattoos that no matter what it is, I can't do chest tattoos on women. Like for a serious relationship, I can't. I just can't. That's where I draw the line. I can't do giant thigh tattoos. I can't do butt tattoos, face tattoos. Full sleeves, can't do it. I'm sure there's a lot of good women with full sleeves, but it's just, I can't. I just, she'll have to be very extraordinary for me to accept that, right? But that's okay. And I'm sure women with full sleeves tattoos don't think anything of me either. I'm nothing special. So, um, Spencer says, my plausible deniability is my dog works like a charm every time. Also, the farmers market that happens every Saturday morning. Getting to know my town helped. Here you go, guys. Meeting places like farmers markets is another good one. You guys got to live life, and you got to just defeat this whole like self-fulfilling prophecies and statistics like, oh, men are lonely and they don't have any friends. I'm like, yeah, well, you can go out and make friends. You can go out and make connections. You just have to take action, 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 action. So um if women don't lift, they will rapidly decline. Yeah, and a lot of women, once if you're a fit guy, they kind of like will start working out. A lot of them will, or they'll pick up their habits that they had before for working out. The problem is that when they just don't put in the effort in the gym and in their diet and in their lifestyle, right? So if if uh if the if she's in your frame and she's like all about you, I would say, let's say you invite her to work out, ask her first to do her workout. Like, hey, let's do your workout. Kind of validate her effort, make her feel like she's putting in the effort, right? And then over time, let her, come to you for advice. And then eventually you'll be like, hey, so, um, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that, right? And you'll see over time that women really, they will be in your frame, right? But you have to do it right. You can't just yell at a woman or scold a woman into being fit. You have to work with her, right? If you're willing to do the work, right? If not, get yourself a fit girl already. It depends on the guy. Like I can do max 20 pounds overweight, right? But I am Hispanic, and a lot of the women I date, their overweightness goes to their hips, their thighs, places that are aesthetically pleasing, right? So okay, so millennials have a PhD in getting ugly tattoos. Yeah, it's kind of weird that like um I understand that women right now don't as young women don't really care about men's opinion on anything, right? But like I just don't get the giant lion on the thigh or the tattoo on the neck or on the chest or the boob chandeliers. Like I don't get that, right? Because you have officially cut out like 50% of your dating prospects because of that. I just don't get it. All right. Obviously, I'm a guy and I'm rational, but like, it's not so much of trash. It's just like social class, right? Like, as a lawyer, I probably wouldn't date a girl with a boob chandelier tattoo and is actively showing it off, right? Because if you get a tattoo that's a boob chandelier or a chest tattoo or a thigh tattoo, a giant thigh tattoo, then you most likely will have to show it off, because you have to, because you've got a tattoo. It's permanent. You're not going to save that for one person who sees you naked. You're going to want to show that off, right? So why the hell would you get like a boob chandelier, show it off, and like now you've cut the chances of you getting a more a guy, well-to-do guy, like a lawyer, doctor, engineer, because people with tattoos tend to, tattoo is a sign of social class sometimes too. Not always, but a lot of the times it's a sign of social class, you know. So it's like, why would you do that? Why not, or at least get a tattoo, a sensible one? I just don't get it. I'm a rational guy though, so probably yeah. So Edge bars is because they don't want to say they met their perfect man online, so they would possibly be more willing to meet guys in real life. What is that in response to? Okay. Okay, so it says, who wakes up and says, "Let me get a tattoo on my thigh"? I don't know what the psychology behind is. That I just don't know. Like, it does not make any sense. It's such a permanent thing. I would say a very heartbroken woman or something like that. Whatever your particular enjoyment is, if you spend enough time with a girl, then she'll pick it up too. But it will be different. My wife plays D&D and board games now, but her focus is on chatting. Yeah, and also, guys, like I'm a big advocate, or not advocate, but I observed that a lot of women have nerdy hobbies now. Like, I have women that have beaten me in Mario Kart, and I've played Mario Kart for many years, and beat me at Smash Brothers, and are good at watch anime and have nerdy hobbies. Um, and I'm willing to bet that a lot of women I dated would have played D&D. Had I brought it up. I don't play D&D, but like my friend is moving to Dallas probably next year, and he plays D&D. And if he asks me to play, I'm going to play. We're going to start a game. You know, so it's just women are much nerdier than you think. And the women online, they're like, oh, nerds are this, and that. I'm like, listen, like the average woman has at least one nerdy hobby. I'm willing to bet. So CJS says one factor for a good woman is that she wants to be in a relationship with you, not because she has baby rabies or doesn't think she can't do better due to self-esteem issues. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah. And I would say the biggest indicator that that is true is she's under 27. She's 27 and under, right? Because if a girl's 30 and she wants to be in a relationship with you, you have no idea if she's settling for you or she really likes you, like you are the best she's ever done, right? So I would say go with women that are 27. Obviously, there's girls that are 28, 29 that are great women, but like for the most part, 27 and below, I've seen is where if a woman really likes you, she likes you. Like she likes you for you, right? Or your money, if you know, but you'll know really quick. Spencer says you should make a vid on how we imprint on women. For example, how if you're fit, they will start working out, or they'll begin listening to the same music you do. How they mimic your phases and actions. Yeah. Um, the alpha imprint. Yeah, I can do a video on that. I mean, there's not much to talk about. It's basically she becomes, whatever she does whatever you like. She's in your frame, and she basically, you know, have you ever met a girl with like a masculine hobby or something? You're wondering how this girl picked that up. Yeah, she probably picked it up from another guy. You ever met a girl with certain like masculine or boyish behaviors? Phrases, behaviors, jokes, or something like that. Most likely, she dated a guy that gave her that stuff. So CJS says chest tattoos are weird. Don't want a distraction from boobs. Why ruin perfection? Hey, I don't know. Like I've seen some gnarly chest tattoos. And I was just surprised. I was like, Jesus Christ, like because even if the artwork looks pretty or whatever, it's like most men won't look at a girl with a chest tattoo and be like, she's wifey. You know, like it's just really crazy that you would go through that and you'd like push yourself out of a certain caliber of men. You're dwindling the chances of you becoming a wife. But I guess they don't see it that way, right? It's just they don't see it that way. Joshua Ham says, no sense getting upset about it. Just schedule extra time for the silly girl talk time. Girls are not guys. They don't focus on the game and never will. Yep. King Macho the first. Congrats on 500. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Let me know when you want to do another show. I'm all down. And cheers to you, my friend. I don't have Mama Juana on me, but I think wine is good enough. So cheers. Kate Ann says, being into the red pill is my nerdy hobby. Yeah, you got to be kind of a nerd to be into this stuff. So I get it. Joshua says, I vastly prefer when tattoos were underclass. Only military, bikers, and criminals should have tats. Yeah. Back in the days where, like, if you were a sailor, that's like, it meant something to have a tattoo. Now anyone can get one. Yeah, so. Joshua Ham, so true. I got my liberal Persian ex to someone like Trump because I liked him. Yeah, basically, women are fluid. They like what you like. They line with your politics. They do all these things. So, yeah. Let me say hi. I know. So, yeah, alpha imprint. Basically, it's essentially the girl thinks you're the best thing that's ever happened to her, and she starts adopting your behaviors, your hobbies, your views on life. She just goes with it, right? And that's a biological evolutionary thing. Women have to really be that or do that so they can, it's for survival. So yeah. So yeah, guys. Appreciate all the comments and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting that I got to this point. I never thought I'd be, talking to people. I always thought that I was always going to be a spectator, but I guess I took the leap. And also I got some like sound bites here that I was just messing around with. I don't know if people, how should I say? I don't know if people use StreamYard for their sound effects, but apparently that's how you're supposed to do it. Let me show you some of my favorite that I want to use in the future. Like this one's funny.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
This one's I found this one today, or I've had this one for a while. Like I had it saved on my IG Reels, and I thought it was funny.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mindset in this football club.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. It was just some Indian dude that was just mad that his football team lost, and he was just going off. And just like that passion. There's no passion, there is no aggression in this football club, and that's like, I like that passion, like that energy. There's that disappointment in something, So, we guys empower women to do what they want, and what do we get? Boob chandelier, shake my head. Yeah, a target. I call it a target. But yeah, if you guys go on Chispa, like the Latina dating app, man, like 50% boob chandeliers. Like, and I'm just like, and they have to show it off. They have to, because they got all that work. It's permanent and it's artwork. They have to show it off. So they have to find clothes that kind of like show off that like little boob chandelier tattoo, whether it be, kind of like a dress that, they have to do something. It's crazy how, like, once you get a tattoo, you are bound for life to show, especially as a woman, to show it off in a certain way. You have to wear clothes that show it off. You have to you have to reveal it. You have to make it the focus of a lot of your photos. Like, holy crap! Like, it's like almost a prison, right? And then like most regular guys are gonna see a girl with a boob chandelier tattoo and be like, "Oh, she's that type of girl." It's just a weird thing to like really get. I don't just don't know. The lower back tattoo never dies. Yeah, there's just a different iteration or version of it. Spencer says they got a Latina dating app. Are light skins allowed? Asking for a friend. Yeah, it's called Chispa. It's like a really ghetto Tinder. It's pretty ghetto. A lot of the women on there are pretty ghetto, and you're not gonna find a lot of quality on there. I've only gotten like 3 or 4 successes in the last 2 years on that. So, don't get too excited. Let me see what else I got for. Oh, I like this one.
What the hell is even that?
You guys hear that? It's pretty quiet.
What is even that?
Let me. Whenever I'm gonna say that for anyone that says something really crazy in my.
What the hell is even that?
There you go.
What the hell is even that?
Oh, sorry. Obviously, everyone loves this. Everyone loves this. Sorry. This sound. I love that sound. Yeah, I think I can rock that sound. So, I guess I'll use this when someone super chats, or the Final Fantasy curing sound, and then that's it. I don't think I have any more. Yeah, I think I have to download some more. But you guys, have you have any suggestions for sounds? Let me know. All right. K-Wiz, she's was full of torta built as Latinas in LA. What torta? I need to get a laughing one. I don't think they. Let me see if I can upload a laughing one. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see this one. Let me see if I can. Okay, I got a couple more. I got a couple more sound bites. But yeah, like you understand, like Latinas, they're very varied, they're more varied than like other places on earth, like their body types and all that stuff. And a lot of them, A lot of guys, when they think of Latinas, they think of like these super curvy Coke bottle shaped women. Those are Puerto Rican, mostly Puerto Rican, Dominican, and Cuban women, and maybe Colombian. But the thing was, Colombian women get a lot of surgeries. So I'm still not even sure if Colombian women are naturally curvy. I know Brazilians are naturally curvy, but like the three main countries that I am sure that are women that are naturally curvy, no surgeries or anything like that, is Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and possibly Colombia, because Colombia, it's just they get so like surgery is so plastic surgery is so normalized there and cheap. That's like, are they curvy? I don't know. Every other girl that I've seen from like Colombia, Venezuela, those places, they all like have surgery. I guess it's really cheap or something. Oh, I have this soundbite.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Hold on.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Oh, they cut
何？
off the Mayowa. Okay. I guess I'll have to get like a new soundbite for that one. But this is when girls complain about guys don't want to date them anymore because they were hoes.
You were enjoying yourself before, when you were sucking the life out of Kakarot.
Yeah, I thought that was very appropriate. I'm just on the internet, guys. Just yeah. Let me see. I got a whole bunch of chats now. Arnold sounds like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, chill, daddy. Yeah. So the what the hell is even that? I guess his son threw a house party and he got back and it's just angry white dude, and I feel for him. He's like, get off my property. What are you doing? He's enraged, right? And then this like gay kid or this weird gay kid tells him, and this is happening on camera. Someone's recording this, says, "Daddy, chill," like in a very effeminate voice. And the guy's like not having it. And he looks at him, he's like, what the hell is even that? Like he doesn't understand what he just been told. Like it's you know, it's funny. It's just funny. Oh, we got Zachary Moore in the chat. Let me give you a shocked. There we go. You get one of those. Oh, they got them gorditas on chispa. Yeah, the obesity epidemic has struck the Latino community pretty hard. Like it's rough, but that's only in America. And in the US, in Latin America, there is a lot of obesity, but it's nowhere near the level of the United States. Like most women are dateable, physically speaking. Las picadillas, yeah. Most people are wearing the skin suit of alpha males, no matter their race. Yeah, that is true. Chiquitas, chispicitas, they all have a place in my heart. I guess it's called Brazilian butt lift for a reason. Yeah, because they want to look like a Brazilian woman. And guys, over time, like BBLs do not look good. They just don't. Like unless you get a barely enough, just a sensible amount where it's hard to tell the difference. But like most of the time I see a BBL and I'm just like, what? Oh, Jesus Christ. Like, oh my effing G, what the F? LML, ouch. Headphone warning. Oh yeah. Sorry guys, I pushed up the volume on one of these. What the fuck is that? What the hell is even that? All right, you get one of these. Hold on. Where is it?
What the hell is even that?
It's quiet though. I need to get it louder. You guys hear that? Is it quiet for you guys? Cheese Fly is basically a Kenmore fridge warehouse. Hold on. When Queso goes online and then he swipes right, and then the 20 Kenmore fridges don't swipe back. There you go. I love this. This is fun. Hold on, let me take a swig. All right. Zachary Moore says, one of the whitest girls I ever met turned out to be Brazilian. She turned out to be Brazilian and she's white? That doesn't make sense. I'm having fun with this. Sorry, guys. My dude, when can I super chat? Oh, dude, I gotta put in I think I have to like ask for it. Like I gotta put in an application or something and say, hey, I got 500 views. You know. Hold on, I'm thinking a fellow YouTuber. Okay. Anyways, yes. I'm a little tipsy, guys, so please be patient. Power Physique. All right. I haven't seen Power Physique in the chat, so welcome, my friend. Your objective lessons of 2 years of dating tweet made me a fan. I literally experienced all that recently. Crazy how we all come to the same conclusions. Yeah, guys, it's exactly what the red pill is. The red pill is not like holding women accountable, even though it's fun and it seems fun. But at the end of the day, it's just guys sitting down and be like, "Yo, what did you do? How was this for you?" And it's basically, I'm glad that I could at least push the needle a little bit in that direction. And for that, you get which one am I give you? Oh, here's another one.
Wait, SpongeBob! We're not cavemen! We have technology!
Exactly, guys. We're not cavemen. We have technology.
Wait, SpongeBob!
You know.
We're not
Hold on. Crap.
cavemen!
I played it on accident again. All right. Yeah, so Zachary Moore says, and very tall too, nearly my height. Yeah, dude, what happened? You should you had a D1 white Brazilian, man. That's like the trad guy's dream. The trad Latino's dream is a D1 breeder white Brazilian. What happened? Need to get Squidward Insane Laugh for a sound drop. Yeah, DM me on Twitter or on DM me on Twitter for any good sound bites if you got them. Because I need them. And a lot of these sound bites are like cutting off in the beginning. I don't get it. So
What the hell is even that?
So I guess, yeah. Well, she was married. Yeah, I guess so. But when she's married, you're only competing against one guy, not the whole sexual marketplace, you know? So Alpha says, climb that tree. Yeah, sometimes you got to climb a tree. I don't think I've ever been with a girl taller than me, which is hard because I'm 6'1". But like, there are a lot of women here in Dallas that are like tall, like super tall. Like, there's this tall blonde girl at my gym, like super kind of like body of like a Latina or a black girl, blonde white chick. If Jack Napier ever saw her, he'd like fall in love instantly. Oh, can't say that. I can't say that. But anyway, but yeah, these girls are like Amazons and they're just super thick and strong and muscly. It's like death by snoo snoo, please, if you would. Power Physique says, I was living in Saigon, Vietnam too. I know you're a fan of the Viet girls. You got to come through. Hey man, if you're there still, let me know and I'll come through. I've decided to start traveling more. So yeah, I am a fan of the Viet girls. I have nothing but good experiences. You know, I honestly, Viet women are top 5 women on earth, you know, that I've dated, and I've dated like 20 races. So they're top 5. Definitely top 5. No link. Nuke are the way or MP3V. What are you trying to say? Just send like a YouTube link of the sound because YouTube has a lot of sound effects. So just send a YouTube link and I can download it. CJS says, been using your make statements instead of asking questions, and man, chicks love that stuff. They open up so easily. Thanks. Your game tips are awesome. Hey man, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you guys are using it. That's the point. It's not to argue. It's not to argue who's more right. It's what works. I'm not interested in what women want. I'm interested in what they respond to. So Zachary says it's a shame too because she came to me while I was minding my own business. Damn, dude. This is the pain you feel. Sorry it didn't work out, man. Kate Ann says I like short men. How tall are you, Kate? I'm guessing you're like 5'10". I want to say you're like 5'10". But anyway. All right. Anyways, yeah, guys, it's been an interesting couple months. A lot of crazy stuff happened on Twitter. I went viral. Like I'm going viral like once a week or twice a week now. I say some crazy, silly little things, and my little silly Twitter account, and people get really mad, and they go after me, or um, so yeah, it's like very interesting that people actually pay attention to me now. All the things that I tweet and all that stuff, and I guess I just I've been tweeting for a long time, so I guess I just figured out the tweeting game, and it worked out for me, and you know, and I have strong connections. So I have a list of people I want to thank before I cut out the stream, right? I want to thank Rob Says and Jack Napier. They were the first ones to notice me and have me on their channel. They got me started. I was so nervous because it was like my first public appearance, or like in person, like my face. Yeah, I want to thank Paul Bauer from Come On Man podcast. He also got me on too, and we talked. And he's super cool guy. He's a Navy veteran like me, and we chopped it up. He's always supporting me. So great guy. I want to thank, let's see who else. I want to thank the Dragons. I want to thank RP Thor, Glenn Lawrence. Those guys, I had a chat. I called Glenn Lawrence over the phone, and we had a chat, man. And he was on the way to pick up Rolo at the airport, and me and him were like just chatting, chopping it up. He also helped me get an interview with Angela Knight, so I want to thank Angela for talking to me and kind of having a civil discourse. And I want to thank Rudy from Rude Advice. Also, great chat with him. I want to thank King Macho. I don't know if he's still in the chat. King Macho, I see you, and we're gonna do another show. He's a fellow Dominican like me, a compatriota. He's a good guy, guys. If you are Dominican or Puerto Rican or Cuban or you're Latino and you want to learn about our culture, the deep, real stuff about our culture, great channel to follow. And I think he's in New York now, so pretty cool guy. Very switched on guy. Let me see who else I want to thank. I want to thank my most loyal people in the chat, like Alpha Sloth. Kate, I know you're one of my loyal chatters. CJS, I see you. Let's see. Queso, you're one of mine. Zachary, you're always here. CD Burr, I don't know if you're still in the chat. You're always here. Chopping it up with me. Let's see. Man, I'm gonna miss somebody. Hopefully I don't. I have to go down the list. Oh, of course, Chad of Arabia, Mish. Mish is he's the one of the boys. He's a cool guy. He is in Saudi Arabia, a cool guy. Just embarrassing guys with no frame on Twitter. I love it. So yeah. I want to. Who else do I want to thank? I wish I could thank everyone. Oh, I want to thank Sergio from Purple Pill Podcast for having me on. I know there's some contention with you and the Red Pill, but hey, man, I think you're a cool guy, and I probably will ask you to be on your show if you have some time for me. So yeah, I appreciate. So shout out Purple Pill Pod and the production team, cool guys. And yeah. Oh, we got Valerie. Yeah, what's up, Valerie? Shout out Valerie too. She's one of us, and she's a loyal follower, and I wanna shout out her. She's great. Um, she hates Pearl a lot with good reason, but okay. Let's see who else I want to thank. Oh, I want to thank Ryan Stone. Ryan Stone, he was the one that told me about this camera that I'm using. He suggested it. Also, he gives me shout outs all the time, and Also another Navy bro. He's from Canada. So, but he's a cool guy. Guys, follow him. I'm sure you guys follow him, but like he's a cool guy. Very he's been in the red pill space. You know, he should be one of the 3 R's. There should be 4 R's, and he should be the 4th R. But he's probably, he's a humble guy. He's, very smart. And he's been doing this for a long time. So shout out to him. And then shout out to Aaron Clary. He's the reason I'm even getting to 500 so fast, because he actually put down a whole 2.5-minute video about why you should follow me. So I appreciate Aaron Clary. Aaron Clary's been following me for a long time, for probably like 5 or 6 months, maybe longer. Super humble guy. His books are great. They're very, realistic, and it helps a lot. It helped me kind of like get out of my own head and look at what is, so great books. I'm reading the menu right now, or listening to the menu right now, and it's helping me a lot. So shout out Aaron Clary for helping me build my channel and supporting me. I want to shout out to Quintus Curtius. Cool account on Twitter. I've been following him for many years. He's a ex-Marine. He's a super cool guy. He's a writer. He translates a lot of books from Latin, or text from Latin, and he has a lot of good books out about philosophy. I think I used to read him on Return of Kings a lot too, his articles. So longtime follower. He's a great guy. And yeah. Oh, look, we have Cappy in the chat. What's up, Cappy? Yeah, thanks for making that video and getting people to follow me. I just hit 500 subscribers, so this one's for you, man. So yeah, guys, I'm finishing up the menu right now. I'm kind of listening a little in chunks. Aaron's books, you got to listen in chunks. It's a lot of heavy, kind of like real stuff in there. So I'm reading it slowly, and then eventually I'll do, I guess, a book review or a reaction to his book, and things that how I apply it into my life. So thanks, Cappy. Thanks for your help, and hopefully one day I'll have you on, or you'll have me on, and we can talk, and I'll tell you all about how being a nuclear operator is much better than college. We can get into that a little bit. Chunky Gecko, what's up, man? Cool, you're still going. Kate says, thank you, Nuke. Yeah, Kate, just be nice. I follow the 20-80 rule. Agree with us 20% of the time, and then say crazy stuff 80% of the time. And that'll keep us from blocking you, but at the same time, keep you relevant. And, just that's a good rule. That's what I'm saying. Chad Elkins, CPA, that may be fake, Clary. That's fine. I'll clip the part where I'm like talking about him, and I'll send it to him just in case. Aaron Clary says, mind your business, Chad. Is this the real Clary or not? Will the real Clary please stand up? See, do you want to be next? Oh, you got me excited. I thought it was a real Clary. Anyways, it's the thought that counts. I'm sure Aaron understands that I appreciate this. So, Alpha Sloth says, fake Cappy. All right, Alpha Sloth, time to use your powers. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. I remember one of the times I was watching Rule Zero, and someone imitated me on Rule Zero. I was honored. I was like, wow. But I freaked out. I'm just like, so, Ryan, he messaged me and says, hey, there's just someone that imitates people and makes them look bad. And I'm like, okay, well, I just don't want you guys to think that I would act like that online. Right. Would be fun to hear prior field reports from you in future videos. Yeah. Guys, I'm here. I'm here. I'm tipsy. I'm drinking a bottle of wine. Let me know what you guys want to know about my dating life. Like, as long as it doesn't intrude on my privacy and privacy of the people around me, I'm willing to answer. Right. Obviously, there's certain things I can't say, but like, I'm here now, guys. Like, now's the best time. So, let's see. I got a whole bunch of new. Okay, I'm just checking my Instagram. Getting my dopamine hits from. Sorry, not Instagram, but Twitter. Billy, Ryan told you about me. Yeah, so you were the guy imitating me on Rule Zero? Tisk, Billy, tisk. I thought I would be the one to change you, Billy. I don't know. Who are you, by the way? Are you like what? Are you a psychopath? Are you a girl? Are you a boy? I don't know anything about you, Billy. Maybe it's better that way. Justin S says, "Give us a story about how you met a lady in person." Okay. So, um, there I was. I was in the military about. I had just qualified a reactor operator, feeling myself, or about to qualify a reactor operator, feeling myself. Um, and there was this girl that my brother had shown me months ago, maybe a year before this point, that my brother showed me a picture of her, and I saw her face, her body, and everything, and she was a friend of my brother's, right? And I told my brother, I'm just like, yo, who is that? Like, Coke bottle body, smiling, just like, mm, brown skin, a little lighter than me, but brown skin, super cute face, just. And then I forgot about her. Time went on, and then one day I think someone posted a picture of her or something. I just hit her up on Facebook, and I was like, my pickup line back in the day online for like online dating or whatever was, "Hi, my name is so and so. I have good handwriting," or something like that. And she responded, "Hi, my name is so and so. I like rocks," because she was in school to be a geologist, right? And I was like talking to her a little bit, and we kind of hit it off on. It was on Facebook, right, back in the day. This was like 2017, I think, 18, 2000, early 2018, right? And we hit it off. Then I did a quick 3-month deployment, and during that deployment, she would send me boxes and pictures and letters and emails. Right, I have never met this chick, and then when I got back from that deployment, we met, and we oh no, okay. So what happened was, after those two deployments, I went and traveled to Puerto Rico, and I met her. My friends got an Airbnb in Old San Juan in Puerto Rico, and I met her, and I was nervous because, like, what if she's a catfish? Um, this girl has sent me so much stuff overseas, so many care packages, all these things. Like, this girl was like really into me, and here she is walking up the street right next to the Atlantic Ocean, next to, it was like almost like a super romantic kind of situation, right? And I see her walking up with my friend's girl too, because they're friends, and I see her, and I'm just nervous, and I was like, oh crap, like there's so much pressure because this girl's like enamored with me. I've never met her. I don't understand why she likes me. She's never even seen me in person. And then she saw me, and we were kind of like a little bit, like kind of like a little. Our walls were up a little bit. I mean, mine were, because it's like I never met this person. And then little by little, we kind of like started holding hands throughout the day. We started kind of like, we got left alone a little. Our friends were smart enough to leave us alone a little bit, and we kind of like talked and all that stuff. And it was like, it was very like little by little, my anxiety over meeting this chick kind of went down little by little. And then we went out to we went out to Old San Juan in Puerto Rico, hit up a salsa place, hit up a bar and all that stuff. It was super fun. And then we made out and all that stuff. And I'll never forget the place where we made out from and all that stuff. And we took pictures and all that stuff. And yeah, and we ended up hooking up that night. She really was, it was like awesome day. I got to meet the girl that had been sending me letters and boxes and emails for the past 6 months, 5 months, and it was, it's very nerve wracking at first, but I was like, okay, cool. And then, from then on, we were just like, then she moved to Ohio for school, and I continued in the military, and then I flew her out for a Navy ball. I flew her out just to see me from time to time, and very low maintenance girl. Like, I told her, hey, I got stuck at work, I can't pick you up at the airport. And she was like, okay, it's fine, I'll take an Uber. And I'm like, okay, cool. Well, my door's open, just and yeah, it was a great situation. I still think about her all the time. So what happened was, the breakup was also very like movie like. So the last time I saw her ever in person, I was dropping her off at the airport, and you know, she she looked at me and said, "Hey, after this was after like a perfect weekend or perfect week. She looked at me and said, "Hey, I don't know if this is going to work, and I don't want to end up like so and so." And it was just another couple, like another friends of ours that were a couple as well, right? And she just walked away from that. And luckily, I wasn't super in love with her yet. I was slowly falling in love, but I wasn't super enamored in love with her yet. So she just walked away. I dropped her off at the airport. I was at the gate or at the TSA, and she walked away, and I never saw her again. And then problem is, she was in a group chat, right? And that day or the day before, I had bought her some things on Amazon. Like I bought her some pre-workout. She was a huge fan of SpongeBob, so I got her some like SpongeBob socks and stuff like that. Women love socks for some reason. As a gift, they love socks. Like any socks that they of anything they like. Like so, if they like McDonald's fries, get them McDonald's fries socks. If they love anime, get them anime socks. They love that stuff. And then it was very awkward and weird because she was in the group chat, and in the group chat, she was like, everyone in the group chat kind of knew that we weren't talking anymore, or we weren't like that anymore, I guess. And then she messaged me like, "Did you really send me all these things?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I just want to do something nice for you." And then like for a year after that, she would message me, send me memes, try to set me up with her less attractive friends or whatever. It was just a very weird situation. Um, and yeah, that's that woman I thought I was gonna marry because she just really literally was everything that I wanted in a girl. Like even if I didn't know it yet, but she really was a good person, a good girl. But like she ended up with someone else, and that person looks nothing like me, acts nothing like me, isn't even Hispanic. Imagine this super thick, curvy Puerto Rican, brown Puerto Rican girl, um, grew up in the barrio, just super thick, 5'6", just like if you saw her with me, you'd be like, yeah, they belong with each other. Like look at them, like look at their faces, everything. It makes sense. But if you see the guy she's with right now, like this Persian, skinny fat, short guy with a beard, it's just like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But hey, that's life, you can't really have your ego in these things, and that's why I say, like your worth as a man isn't that your relationship worked out or not. Because, if you guys saw the difference between who she is with now and me, you would be like, that doesn't make sense. Right. And even to this day, sometimes my friends are like, we don't get it either. And I'm like, that's okay. She gets to choose who she wants. Like I can't, sometimes you can't alpha the girl into your frame. Sometimes she just leaves. So, yeah, that's the story of one girl, right? Well, if you guys want like just pick up like had sex stuff, let me know. That was like an actual girl I gave a shit about. So Spencer says, here's a topic, double texting. I've heard never to do it. I've done it a few times and it's definitely worked in my favor. I guess it's very case dependent. Yeah. Um Double texting is only an issue if you're outcome dependent, right? So if you're so worried about what will happen if you double text a girl, then it probably won't work out. All right, if you not even caring that you double texted a girl or not, most likely she's in your frame or it will work out for you. So there's that. Jack Napier, what's up, man? You got 500. Congrats, man. Yeah, man. I just mentioned you earlier. I was going on like a diatribe and how much, me and you were like Guts and Griffith, friends forever, right? That's how that anime ends, right? I'm Guts and you're Griffith, and I'm supporting your dream. Like it ends in a happy note, right? Valerie says it was just your turn. Yeah, it's sad, but like, realize guys, like a lot of guys get bitter and mad over that stuff. But realize that like I still have her love letters on a box under my bed. And the thing is, too, as a guy, you may go on Twitter and girls may say you suck or you're pathetic. You may go on a podcast. You may go through life, and a lot of people women are pretty savage with us men sometimes, and that you guys tell us that we're not worthy of love. You call us incels sometimes. You say that we're pathetic, that we are insecure, that we'll never get laid, and all that stuff. Basically, in a nutshell, you're saying men don't deserve love. You're pathetic, right? But I, at one point, was the best thing that happened to a human being, a girl. So, in order to remind yourself of that, remind yourself that at one point there was a girl that was like, "You're the best thing that ever happened to me." So, CJS says, "What a great story." Thanks, man. I tell that story all the time, because it's there's a lot of lessons in that story. It really is a story of it was just your turn, and also, um, it was just your turn, but that doesn't mean you have to be bitter about a girl leaving you. You can have fond memories. You can understand that women leave for any reason, and sometimes they leave you for a lesser man, and that's okay. Like, you can't control another human being, right? Zachary says a lot of those texting rules are just training wheels for guys who don't know what they're doing. Once you get good, you can trust your own judgment more. Yeah, guys, it's just if you when you're going through this dating and texting thing, there's a lot of rules, and you feel like, oh, it's because that's inexperience. As you get more experience, it's become second nature. You don't even think about it, right? So at first, you should not double text, right? Because you're just learning about yourself, your confidence level. You're learning about attraction levels to women. If your woman is very attracted to you, double texting isn't a big deal. If you haven't met her yet, yeah, double texting you should not do, right? But if you just that same day you just like railed the hell out of her in bed and showed her who's boss in the bedroom, then maybe you can double text, dude. You can send 2 memes back to back. It's okay, right? Um, Chad says, Jack Neighbor, congrats on 3K. Yeah, guys, it's not all about me. Like, Jack just hit 3K, and he has a special surprise for us. He has a certain unboxing. I don't know if I'm at liberty to discuss. So if you guys, I'm pretty sure if you follow Jack, you follow me. If not, go ahead and follow him. CJS, you should write a book of these stories and combos you had with girls, kind of like the charming Latino version of Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. What's Hope They Serve Beer in Hell? What's that? Should I read it? Is it on Audible? Zachary says the Book of Nuke. Ah, I like that. It's like the Book of Pook, but the Book of Nuke. And I'll have Jack narrate it. If he wants, So pretty cool. Okay, I got DMs. All right, hold on. I got some DMs. People are congratulating me. Let's see. After my stream. Okay, yeah. I also want to thank. Forgot to thank my friend Red Pilled Hawk, Red Hawk, cool guy. Guys, me and him we do streams on all types of stuff. Our latest stream is on dinosaurs, right? And that, you know what that's called? That's called I get to do whatever the hell I want. And I just made a stream on celebrating Dinosaur Awareness Month or Dino Month, and we just talked about dinosaurs for an hour and a half, right? So guys, check that out. Thank you, Red Hawk, for doing that show with me. You're a good guy, and I appreciate you. Governor Megatron, you're not in the chat, but you're here in spirit. So shout out to Governor Megatron as well. Who else, man? I got so many people to thank. Oh, Jesus. Let me look at my messages. I lose track. Man. Hold on, I'm getting a call. Okay. All right. So I want to thank Jose Nino. I don't think he's in the chat either, but Jose Nino, he's a friend of mine. I got to meet him in person. Great guy. He runs go ahead and follow him on Twitter. He's on my follower list or something like that. Yeah, we follow each other. Great guy. Met him in person. He put me on to a show with man, I just have trouble saying his name. Let me see if I can learn how to say his name. But I went on a radio show, TNT Radio, and I got to speak with a friend of his, and I did a whole radio show with him. Hold on, let me just the name is so hard to say. But he has a radio show on TNT. It's great stuff. And hold on. Let's see if I get his name. Okay, so his name uh Hvroje Moric. And please correct me if anyone knows him in the chat. I did a radio show. His I'll put the link in the description. I think the link's in the description if I haven't posted it already. Great show, guys. You just talk about kind of like the Latino perspective, because he's a Mexican Croatian guy. He lives in Mexico. Great guy. Family oriented, has kids. See, and the thing is, like, that's the thing, guys. Like, a lot of these people are so tribal that they think, oh, if you're a red pill, then you don't want a family. And I'm like, no, dude. Like, I want a family, and I have shows guys with families, and a lot of red pill guys have kids and they have wives. Like, I don't get it. Like, what the box you're trying to put us in is not, Tucker Max's book. Have no idea who that is. No idea. Zachary says, Beer in Hell was a book by Tucker Max. From what I understand, he was living that Playboy lifestyle until he got a girl pregnant and went straight. Okay, so that's like his story or something? Oh. I saw it at Barnes & Noble as a kid and never forgot the title. So did you read it or something? Is it worth a read? Hope They Serve Beer in Hell is a compendium of hilarious train of thought hookup stories by this guy named Tucker Max. Fun read. Yeah, I don't think I would make the comedy version of it. I think it'd be more like, you know what I would do if I were to write a book about my experiences? Which, man, I'd be, man. I have every like a lot of girls. The things I learned, this experience really tested my not only patience but like my view of women overall. But I would just aggrandize it more. I'll romanticize it more. Like make it more serious than it is. That's how I tweet too. Like that's just my style of communicating. So yeah, yeah, guys. So yeah, again, appreciate all you guys' support and all that stuff, and getting me to 500 subscribers. I did not expect this so fast. I thought it was going to take another month or two, but obviously there's people that are watching out for me and want me to succeed. So, and that's all of you. So I really appreciate, again, you guys kind of like putting yourself out there into my chats and discussing stuff, because at the end of the day, like, we just all want to win. If you get it all written down, Nick Ogg is a good editor. Ryan swears by him. Yeah, Nick Ogg, of course. Yeah, I see him every day on my timeline. He's a great guy. He's hilarious. Like, this guy's super hilarious. I catch Let Him Burn all the time with him. Yeah, he's a great guy. Yeah, I'm sure I'm missing people. I know I'm missing someone. I'm trying to figure out who I'm missing. I would say, I think K Wiz. I don't know if he's still in the chat. He's helped me with my music and my sound stuff. Getting my sound and learning how to set up this microphone and stuff. So Lolo Hidal, he was in my other stream. But yeah, if he's here, thank you. You helped me with my music and my sound stuff. And then loyal followers, like Chad Elkins, Alex Patino, Masculine Geek, Governor Megatron. Let's see, Dame Digital on Twitter, Viking Dad Fitness, Just Jerry Podcast. See you, Alex Costello. Man, I feel like this is a Drake song. I'm just naming everyone that's that had him hand. Man, just so many people that had a hand in this. I would say, obviously, Rollo Tomasi for his work, really helping me back in 2014 when I was a lost soul dealing with a crazy chick. I read his book while I was dating a BPD chick, so it came at the right time. Really got me out of, I really got out, I really got unplugged and all that stuff. So you know, you always thank people who put the effort to put the stuff into words. And yeah, so really appreciate that. I don't remember a lot of the blog writers back in the day in the Rouge V forum. I remember El Mecanico. I think he had a lot of good threads. I remember Tuthmosis. I don't know who, if he's out there somewhere, but he had a lot of good threads. I'm not going to tell you my username on Rouge V forum. You know, I want to keep that secret. But uh, yeah, I just don't remember a lot. Well Built Style helped me dress better and learn about fashion. So shout out to Well Built Style. Follow him on Twitter, guys. Great account if you're learning how to dress. And I personally will be releasing a fashion guide here soon. So yeah. Who else can I thank? You know, all the Rule Zero guys for, you know, the great shows and everyone putting their perspective and, you know, making a red pill about what it really is, Rule Zero and all that stuff. So appreciate all the shout outs I've been getting over the couple months that I've been doing this. I appreciate that. I seem to be on a lot of people's radar. You know, I'm nothing special, right? But understand too, guys, I'm really passionate about this red pill stuff. Ask my friends; they're tired of me talking about it, and I have since kind of like stopped talking to them about it because they get tired. No one wants to talk about red pill in real life. You know, this is for online autists like me. So, yeah. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. I'm gonna keep swigging my wine. You know, the goal has been achieved. I had just hit 500 subscribers, so I already reached my goal for the night and for the week. Also, if you guys have any suggestions or any things how I can make the channel better, how I can communicate better, any things that I could be a better YouTuber or speaker or whatever, please let me know as well. I am not above criticism. You know, I got Chad of Arabia schooling me, I got Ryan schooling me, I got other people telling me how to do better, and that isn't a sign of they think they're better than me or anything. That's a sign of they give a shit about me and they see potential, right? And that's the biggest compliment you can get from a person is them seeing potential in you, you know. So all right. I just got some good news too from a fellow YouTuber. Um yeah. Uh hold on. I got so much things going on. Anyways, yeah. Let's see what else. CJS, we all want you to write a book now. Yeah. So if you guys wanted me to write a book, would it be specifically about my experiences, like with women and all that stuff? You guys know that like it's not that I have field reports, but in 2021, I wrote down the name of every girl I went on a date with, and then I wrote down like the different tiers, like stars, like Grand Theft Auto. 1 star would be like we kissed, and that's it. 2 stars would be we kissed and got frisky, you know, beyond kissing. And then I think 3 stars was like we went all the way, right? I gotta look up that article that list. I don't think it's on my new computer because this computer I got recently. Oh yeah, I call it 2021 swoops. I'm opening it right now. I'm not gonna show you. I'm not gonna present it on the screen, guys. So, but yeah. Zachary says, "What kind of wine is that?" Oh, this is Josh wine, and it's Cabernet Sauvignon. So, hmm. Yeah, it's kind of crass to drink on a live stream, but fuck it, guys. I've been working really hard on this channel, and it took a lot out of me to learn about women. You know, it's so funny. Everyone's debating red pill and women and all that stuff. I'm like, guys, have you tried like going out there and dating like 50 of them? You will be so convinced of what your experiences are because experience convinces you the best of reality. Like, no, they're like, no, I'd rather, you know, cite this statistic or cite this study. I'm like, oh, well, how about you date some women and maybe you can make a better opinion? Nope. I'm not gonna do that. I was like, okay, well, And I think that's what my next show is going to be about: lack of experience. Science does not make up for lack of experience. Storm chaser? What's a storm chaser? What are you talking about, Zach? Hold on, let me get you the right sound.
What the hell is even that?
Oh, it didn't come up. Yeah, I gotta get better sound bites, but CJ says, yeah, because one of the best ways to learn game is to see or read, or about others doing it. Gets past the theoretical stuff. There is gold in those stories. Yeah, and also like when you see an average dude that's not rich or has Lambos and status just gets with a hot girl, that gives you hope. It motivates you. It makes you feel like, hey, I can do this. If that guy did it, I can do it. And that's really what motivates me the most. Seeing a guy with like 100,000, like a huge, super clouded, with money and everything on a podcast talk about women, that does not motivate me personally. When I see a regular guy that's like me or makes less money than me, that motivates me a lot because I'm like, if that guy can do it, then I can do it. And that's like what it should be. You shouldn't look at a super rich, super clouded person on a podcast, and look at them and be like, yeah, that they're motivating me. You know what motivates you? The schlubby guy that goes out and you see him pull an 8 out of 10. That motivates me more than anything. Like I see that and I'm just like, man, if he can do that, then I can. I just gotta like figure out where I'm messing up. You know, really, that's what motivates people the most. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Sacker says, Storm Chaser is a brand of wine. I was just guessing. Oh, should I try it? What type of wine is it? Let's see. It's pretty interesting that despite me only having 500 subscribers, I have just as much people watching me as accounts with 10 times or 5 times or 10 times viewers. Maybe I just have the best viewers. Who knows? But yeah, let's see. Go down my list. I'm trying to remember if I forgot to thank anyone. Yeah, if I forgot to thank you, I'm sorry. I think I went through everyone. Yeah, it's pretty much everyone. Um Panda. I haven't seen him around. I spoke to Panda, so yeah, Panda, thank you. Um yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Guys, I got to get in the habit of stop rizzing up girls on Twitter. If you guys have seen my behavior on Twitter, I'm rizzing up too many girls and I should probably back off. It's making me look bad. But hey, if they're responding, So, yeah. Um yeah, I can't believe I pulled off that podcast with the lovely Angela Knight. I literally like sexualized her, and then 3 days later I was on a podcast with her. So great person. Really don't have anything to add with that. I think it's good to just step outside of your circle and interview people or get interviewed by people. It's fun. So Billy says, I went to a grad party and the baddest girl that was with this little quiet dude. So confusing. Yeah. Guys, you'll never know why sometimes women pick their long-term partners, right? I got left for a guy 6 inches shorter than me, looks nothing like me, and a virgin. And what am I gonna do? Spend my whole life, wondering why I got left like that? No, I can just move on and be like, hey, girls just choose different, you know, different things. You know, I can't really get in her head, and it's not my problem. I enjoy it from time to time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really. I only drink red wine when I eat or if I'm on a date. So, and guys, wine bar is a great date because usually wine bars are very quiet. are much quieter than normal bars. A bottle of wine, it costs you 35, 40 bucks at most for a regular bottle of wine. And, you're just sitting down, you're pouring her wine. It's more classy. The girl doesn't feel like, oh, here's a drink or um, she feels, it's more classy. And wine, women, when they get wine drunk, they get very comfortable pretty fast. So make sure also that you're monitoring her drinking, because when women drink wine, they get pretty drunk pretty fast. So guys, you have any other questions for me? Let me know. I'm an open book. I'll probably do this for 20 more seconds or something. Sorry, 20 more seconds, 20 more minutes. How much? What time is it? 9:07. Geez, it's late. I wanted to screw around and play some video games. All right, so okay, yeah. Aaron Claire just okay. Hold on. So all right. Aaron says, King Macho the first says, a woman who drinks constantly is a terrorist waiting to happen. Guys, this is the guy I was telling you guys about. King Macho, go ahead and follow him. We have a show together. Pretty cool guy. He told me he's gonna start ramping up the content on his channel. So if you're interested in hearing about more of the deep stuff about Dominican history and culture, go ahead and give him a follow. Aaron Clary in the chat. We got the official Aaron Clary. Let me see if I have a sound. I don't really have any sounds for man, I'll give you this one.
There is no passion, there is no vision, there is no aggression, there is no fucking mindset in this.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know if you heard the kind words I had for you, Aaron, but your fake counterpart soaked them up for you. So whoever you are, fake Aaron, congratulations, you're a dick. So yeah, Real Clary has a different FPF. Yeah, I guess so. Or profile pic, yeah. So Chalkins, that's the real one. I told him to pop on. Okay. Well, now I'm just doing a quick appreciation live Q&A show, Cappy, just to talk about whatever. Yeah, I should probably go and do something actually productive, like play a song or something else, play with my puppy or something. But for the most part, yeah, I just want to say one last time, guys, thanks. And whatever you guys want to talk about, if you have any things that you guys are struggling with in dating and just mindset, for me, the part that everyone misses about all this, not everyone, but like a lot of people, a lot of followers miss about this red pill stuff is the mental health aspect. And like dating and women will drive you crazy if you don't have the right kind of mindset going into it, right? I believe that you cast your lines, right? And that's the best you can do. And I think that's a healthy way of looking at it, right? I know there's this like phrase like don't chase women, right? What does chasing mean? Does chasing mean swiping all day on an app? Does chasing mean chasing down that quality girl? Does chasing mean running a rotation? We don't know what chasing means, right? So let's define what a healthy way to live life and maybe include women in that, right? And take into account the status quo, what's going around you, read the literature that from men more experienced than you or men just as experienced with you but with a different perspective or something, and then make a decision, right? Do not and the hardest thing is don't spin your wheels or be in this in between place. Make a decision about how you're going to go about life when you're ready, right? Don't take forever to just be like how you're going to go about dealing with women in your life, right? For example, like, do you still think marriage is the end goal and make you happy? It's been 5 years and you've been searching for the right girl. It's been 10 years, 7 years, 8 years. It's not happening. Okay, well then you're going to have to change your mental model, or you're just going to be in this in-between phase for your whole life and you're not going to get anywhere. You're going to start getting bitter and angry and you won't even know it. So how about you make a decision and say, okay, I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to cast lines on dating apps or real life, social circles, whatever. Cast lines. If someone bites, great. If not, I got 5 hobbies and 5 things that give me purpose, right? And then you finally made a decision. You'll be surprised how much peace you get when you finally build a mental model or put this problem in a box and be like, hey, this is solved. I don't have to worry about this anymore. I don't have to read any more red pill books. I don't have to like watch any more 3-hour podcasts. I don't have to do anything else. This is already solved. If I have a problem, I'll go to the source material or to a blog, or I talk to somebody, figure it out, and then I go back to my life. Right there, peace. You've reached peace. You don't have to do anything much more than that. Don't be in an in-between phase. Right? If you really want marriage and you're ready for that, then pursue that. But understand too, educate yourself. Do not rely on hope. Hope is not a strategy. So we got Mark Bullock II. If you tell women you're into anime, how do they receive it? They don't care. They don't care at all. Right? Don't lead with your hobbies, guys. Don't ever lead with your hobbies. Let them find out about your hobbies on their own. And also let them ask you about your hobbies, or let them find out by themselves, right? I tend to date women that are like 7 to 5 years younger than me, 5 to 7 years younger than me. And I'll tell you this much, anime is very much mainstream with women, with the Zoomer ladies, and all of them have watched at least one, you know. So just don't make it like don't throw it in people's faces. Don't throw it in their faces. Don't show up on a date with an anime shirt, unless it's already established. Just let her find out herself, right? And you'll be surprised, but like don't lead with your hobbies, especially if they're more nerdy hobbies like anime. And trust me, I like my anime, guys. Marble the second, some girls are into it, some are repulsed, the rest don't care. Yeah. I would say 80% don't care, 10% are super into it. They'll be excited that you're into it, and 10% are repulsed, something like that. Chucky says, chasing means talking to women who don't already like you. Yeah, okay. I can see that. Mr. Cloud 96, congrats, Nuke, on the 500 subs. Your content has helped me a ton. The first vid is legendary. Have you dealt with a lot of women with severe BPD? No. I think I've only dealt with one. And I was so careful about it that I left unscathed. Like, I knew I was dealing with the kind of crazy girl from the jump. So I was like, I had my finger on that ejectocito button. And whenever she even kind of showed her crazy side, I was like putting my finger on the button, ready to leave. Right. So, no, have you? Hopefully you haven't. So, yeah. BPD sounds scary. In Rollo's latest book, he talks about his BPD girlfriend and how it went. And it's just like, man, I'm glad I never had to experience that, man. That sounds crazy. That sounds very, like, it sounds very not fun. So, yeah, guys. I don't have much else for you guys. Thanks for everyone for showing up and giving me your time. I was just rambling. I really didn't have a topic, and I was just rambling. And it was fun. So I'll go ahead and head out. Go back to my life, and thank you guys for the 500 subs. And now I guess it's road to 1,000. And I won't let you guys down. I'll do my best. I'll do my best to keep the good content up. And if you guys have any suggestions for me on how I could be better, please DM me, and we'll keep this up. All right, guys. You guys have a good night, and I appreciate your time. Goodbye.
When you're lonely, am I ever on your mind? I'm constantly